And 9.
Thank you. You could say things are taking shape in Westport, where a speed sculptor is creating his latest work of art.
Matt Scott's out there live with more. Matt.
I'm not the work of art.
We know
knew that.
Okay, I know, not exactly breaking news, right? But take a look at this. Come on back here. Speed sculpting, that's what we're doing. Well, that's not what I'm doing. I don't have a lick of artistic integrity in me. But Peter Rubino, he's been doing it for many, many years. He's been doing this piece of clay. How much clay are we dealing with here?
Oh, about 100 pounds.
100 pounds of clay. If you were with us at 5:45, it was just 100 pounds of clay, and now it looks like that. But not just any head. That is the head of a well-known actor. You see him right here on News Channel 8 every day, 1 o'clock. This would be David Canary. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Now, have you ever sat for a sculptor like this?
No, I haven't.
No? What's your impressions? Because, I mean, listen, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but that's your eyes over there you got to behold.
Well, aside from the fact that my butt is a little sore, I am amazed.
Get this man,
totally amazed.
Get this man another pillow. His butt cheeks are falling asleep.
I've known Peter for years, and I'm constantly amazed by his talent.
It is impressive because you really have turned a nice piece of work out of 100 pounds of clay. Now, when you have a gentleman next to you that you're sculpting, you got to get all those features right because, I mean, again, he's going to be the first person to criticize. You got to get that chin right down pat. The nose has got to be in perfect shape. What's the hardest part about doing it?
Just what you said, getting everything in the right position, in the right shape.
Because you're going to hear about it.
But, you know, the process is basically just adding and subtracting clay. So if I make the nose too long, I just take some away.
That's
if it's too short, I'll add some.
We should mention that speed sculpting has been his game for the last 10 years or so. You came up with the idea, and it's neat because what you'll do at exhibitions is you'll do it to music, and you'll do this in an even quicker time, in like 20 minutes.
I'll do a 250-pound bust in 20 minutes, yes.
Wow.
That's because I have music playing.
Well,
we don't have any music now.
That's a lot of inspiration. I mean, how do you just go nuts and that's it?
I just love to do it.
Wow. Is there any different technique aside from the timing issue of how you would go about sculpting in a quicker amount of time than, say, if you had some time to really chisel out perfect work?
No, I just increase the pace, but I do the same exact thing. Start with a block of clay and pull out the eye sockets and add the nose, and it's the same thing. Just speed it up.
He's a well-known artist here. He's done sculptures of Dave Brubeck, which sit at the Brubeck Gallery at the Wilton Library, which, by the way, is where you're going to be this weekend?
Yes, I am.
Put the information up on the screen. If you want to see him in action with the music going on, he's going to play Beethoven's 5th and 6th Symphonies, and while he's doing that, he's going to take 250 pounds and turn it into a bust of Beethoven's head.
That is correct.
That's impressive. So, and you know, we were watching him over the last couple of minutes, and especially when you were doing the hair, I mean, the arms were going all over the place. That's talent.
I'm just trying to stay awake, actually.
I'm impressed for two reasons. One, because while all the arms are going around, hand me this for a second. I mean, this thing was carving all over the place. Didn't hit you once. You got to be impressed by that.
He came awful close once.
Next thing you know, you've got some producers at All My Children to answer to. Very impressive. So, again, if you want more information, WTNH.com. You can also see some of Peter's works here at Rockwell Art and Framing here in Westport, where there's lots of stuff that took a little longer than 20 minutes, but still impressive stuff nonetheless. So there you go. We're going to put the finishing touches on this, and coming up in the next half hour, Darren and Sonia will show you. He did, a couple of days ago, he did a Beethoven in just a quick amount of time. We'll show you how impressive it is, and of course we'll have the finished product, and then we'll finally let this man stand, because good, you must be falling asleep right there.
Actually, I'm not. No, this, and all kidding aside, this is amazing to me.
Yeah.
I've got some of his work in my home.
Mm-hmm.
I've known him for years. I'm so impressed, but it's startling how quickly.
There's nothing he could do, nothing to make you look bad that you'll still be a fan. Make that nose bigger. Come on, we'll go to work. There you go. Darren and Sonia, back to you guys.
All right, Matt, thank you. He's got a nice memento to take home now.
That's great,
See that?
yeah. It's still ahead here this morning. More on the way. Dr. Mel's got your forecast. Matt Scott's got some clay this morning. Matt?
Yeah, what can you do, Darren and Sonia, with 100 pounds of clay in about 2 hours worth of time? Well, I can't do anything with it, but we're going to show you somebody who can sculpt this into a masterpiece, and we'll show you that piece coming up.
News Channel 8's Matt Scott's in Westport this morning watching a little speed sculpting.
Yeah, they're sculpting one of the stars of daytime TV. We've been waiting to see the finished product, the big unveiling. You got it?
The big unveiling is coming up. Okay. They're putting the finishing touches. Don't look yet. Oh, look, thank you.
Okay.
Over here.
Yeah.
Peter Rubino has been speed sculpting. Speed sculpting, that's sculpting for fast folks. And he's been doing this for a couple of years, but he just starts with 100 pounds of clay or 200 pounds of clay. And usually to music, although we don't have any music this morning, he just goes mad with the clay, and my gosh, it's pretty impressive. We've been watching you work all morning long, and I tell you, what's the hardest part about doing it in such a quick amount of time?
Just getting started.
Yeah. Okay, so finishing it up is easy, and there it is. Now, if you're looking at that, you say, "Hey, that's a good-looking man. Who could be that?" Well, here, turn the camera over here. It would be this man. You know him, a multiple Emmy winner from All My Children, David Canary. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I tell you what, it's always tough. You know, you see artists and you see critics, and they go, "That's different. I don't know. That's odd." But you're looking at you, pal. What do you think?
Nah, I think he's a lot better looking than I am. I hope I can take him home with me.
When you see your friend and Peter Rubino going to work here, I mean, your job is easy. You just have to sit here, or is it? Is it difficult? Just kind of just not moving at all.
Oh, it's easy. A free coffee.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody's treating me very nicely.
But every time you take a sip, you got to move, and every time you move, it's kind of messing up his job there.
They yell at me. They say, "What's the coffee there?"
And that's why. Now, if you look at something like that, you see, like, all right, you see the nose, and you go, "Is that really what my nose looks like?" Or can you give him suggestions along the way?
The first big-time agent I ever auditioned for said I would never work in television because my face was too flat.
And
it's living proof.
Yeah, where's the agent now?
Never heard of him again.
That's right. And you know what?
Agency.
And I would imagine, you know, Susan Lucci probably hasn't said and had her bust taken. So in your face, Erica Kane, with all your marriages and stuff. We should point out that Peter's going to be doing a show this weekend. You've sculpted many famous people, including Dave Brubeck. Yeah. And speaking of Brubeck, you're going to be at the Brubeck Center at the Wilton Library this weekend, and you're going to do this in front of folks. Pressure's on now.
I'm going to do 250 pounds
250
of clay. This
pounds.
is only 100 pounds of clay.
And you'll do who?
I'll do a bust of Beethoven to his symphony,
To his music.
6th and 5th symphony.
Put the information up on the screen, so if you'd like more
I'm
information.
going to do that in 20 minutes. So
20
let's
minutes?
choreograph the music.
So even faster.
Dancing and throwing. And
Will it look as good as Mr. Canary
Oh,
here?
much better than Mr. Canary.
Absolutely.
I hope so.
Very impressive. It really is a phenomenal artist at work. And by the way, you know, he even had time to do Kramer. We gave Kramer a picture, Darren, and so what we did was, unfortunately, all we could find of you was a college photo. So here it is, right here. Take a look at that.
You know?
That's you, Kramer, from about, 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And I thought you had
That's
wacky
not
hair
bad
now.
at all.
That's back in the day. I did have that hairdo.
We can get him to do another one. We'll just have to take a hacksaw to that top and add a couple of pounds of shellac. We'll be good to go.
And then you're set to go. That's it.
Sounds accurate.
All right, Matt Scott.
Thank you.
Thank you.